Aries. Aries symbol. Your ruler, Mars, forms a square to Neptune today, making this a time for slowing down, dear Aries. You can benefit from some time to reorient yourself. You will be most successful if you examine whether your actions have real meaning, as this gives you a purpose and a direction. Now is a better time for service to others than for self-seeking efforts. However, don't take this too far. Watch for con artists and impractical schemes today. It's not particularly easy to see what's true and what is only an illusion, so it makes sense to reserve judgment. There can be some confusion with education or transportation matters. It's a time for reassessing what motivates you, and it makes a lot of sense to seek out fulfilling ventures, but don't pressure yourself. Taurus. Taurus symbol. With today's Mars-Neptune square, dear Taurus, it's not always easy to see a clear path to fulfillment. There can be some dissatisfaction with your plans as they currently stand, and perhaps a change of direction or temporary motivation dip. Maybe someone isn't completely honest with you, or it isn't easy to pinpoint what you want. Even if others are questioning your motives or plans or you theirs, it's a time for listening to your heart and recognizing what you truly want. It can take some trial and error to get there, but it may very well be worth it. The day is best used for slowing down and realigning yourself rather than trying to push for something to go your way. Gemini. Gemini symbol. With the moon in your privacy sector all day and a Mars-Neptune square, dear Gemini, it's better to slow down or reorient yourself. If you allow your heightened sensitivity to rule now, there can be some ups and downs. It can be challenging to see partnership, professional, and public matters clearly, and confusion about your general life direction may aggravate a relationship tension. Alternatively, you might feel that someone is pushing you towards a goal that doesn't quite suit you. Be wary of breaking commitments and promises to others now, as it's surprisingly easy to do under current transits. In turn, try to avoid going along with plans that don't sit entirely right with you. It will be important to maintain a sense of proportion. Try to use your imagination in constructive ways. Cancer. Cancer symbol. You could find yourself pulling back a little from situations or people who seem to demand too much of your time or energy today, dear Cancer. Today's Mars-Neptune square can nudge you to reconsider your goals if they're not genuinely satisfying you or aligned well with your spiritual values. If you can swing it, try to apply your energy to creative, inspirational, spiritually meaningful ventures, or consider adding some flourishes to your pursuits. You could long to get away, as the escapist in you is alive and well today, but it may not be the right time. With this transit active, you are more sensitive than usual to the environment around you, making activities that help you detoxify or distress particularly useful now. Duplicity is possible in your dealings, but the tendency to deceive yourself also runs high. Leo. Conflicts with love interests can emerge today, dear Leo, but they can be tough to define. Tensions regarding shared resources or finances can be part of the picture, as you're inclined to become frustrated with an imbalance of power or matters of give and take. Be gentle with yourself both physically and emotionally today for best results. Artistically, this can be a fertile period, but any attempts to box yourself in or follow too many rules are not likely to work. If kept moderate, it can be beneficial to see life in a different, dreamy, and inspiring way. An unusual desire or whim may take hold and send you on a wild goose chase or simply a new direction of discovery. Interestingly, attractions can be sudden but are likely to fade rather quickly. Today brings terrific energy for collaboration and problem solving. Bringing balance and harmony to your daily routines and your work environment can figure strongly. Virgo. You may need to deconstruct things before you can make real sense of them today, dear Virgo. Motivation may take a dip if you don't feel inspired or are unsure of your next step. Interactions with others can be draining and confusing, or you may be dealing with a recurring problem around the home that slows you down. There can be misunderstandings or attempts to get things done that fizzle out. As much as you'd like to know what's ahead, some matters are up in the air for now, and it's best to avoid pushing things that require some time to unfold on their own. For some, the Mars-Neptune square can point to skewed perceptions of a person. Try not to take concrete steps towards new endeavors now, and instead, work on gathering your strength. Ultimately, you might gain a new look at a key partnership or situation through the eyes of someone special in your life. Considering what's best for you in the long term in your relationships, plans, and projects makes sense so that you keep a sense of proportion today. Libra. Try to focus on positive, productive tasks today, dear Libra, although a decidedly impractical, ungrounded energy is with us, and it can be draining. With Mars square Neptune, your imagination might run to negative scenarios of what might happen, or you could worry about things that you can't control. Transportation and communication can be unreliable. You're unlikely to know where you stand with others, and emotions can be up and down if you let other people control your happiness. People may be deceiving you, or you could be fooling yourself with wishful thinking. Try to let go of the need to know. For best results, keep your wits about you, and avoid trying to push or rush something that needs time to unfold. Today is better for reassessing rather than advancing our agendas. Scorpio. Today's Mars-Neptune square suggests a need to slow down and reassess a goal or action, dear Scorpio. You may feel a little in the dark temporarily, and it's not a day for pushing anything or anyone. Watch for unnecessary purchases or excessive worry about money on the other end of the spectrum. Past neglect of your resources can catch up to you now, and mixing love and money is unwise under current conditions. Personal plans are not likely to take off now, and it would be wise to wait for another day to push them forward. Be conservative in action for best results, but let your imagination go. Sagittarius. Mars in your sign stirs enthusiasm and energy, dear Sagittarius. However, today Mars squares Neptune, which can have the effect of stopping you right in your tracks, likely due to confusion or doubt. Alternatively, it may lead you astray, chasing a dream that is out of reach. You might not know where to begin or where to channel your energy, and you could end up spinning your wheels. Take this as a sign to slow down long enough to catch your breath. Projects that have lost meaning in your life may feel hard to take now, and perhaps you may need to put a pursuit to the side. While you should try to avoid wasting energy, getting caught in a loop that keeps you feeling in limbo isn't helpful, either. Aim to visualize what you truly want before making your next move. Capricorn. You can be in quite a daydreamy state today, dear Capricorn. Mars in your privacy sector forms a square to hazy Neptune, clouding your vision just for the moment. This transit can bring with it a need to reassess specific goals or endeavors in terms of how meaningful they genuinely are to you. For now, it can be unclear what you want, or if you know what you want, how to go about getting it. It's not the time to jump to any conclusions or to sign on the dotted line. It's best to take your time with whatever emerges now. Try to schedule undemanding activities today if possible. Activities that delight, engage your imagination, and allow you to take some of the pressure off are especially valuable now. It's not the time to jump to any conclusions or to sign on the dotted line. Aquarius. With today's Mars-Neptune square, dear Aquarius, you may be feeling a little out of sync if you're trying to move at a quick pace or ignoring your need for a checkpoint. Timing can be off as a result. Watch for focusing on inconsequential matters at the expense of what's most important to your progress. It's all too easy to procrastinate today. In truth, you may need to take a breather and consider what you may be missing. Because Neptune is in your resources sector and Mars in your social sector, mixing friends and business or money is not advised right now. This extends to resources such as time, energy, and heart. If you find yourself growing resentful over how much you're contributing to an effort, for example, consider conserving your energy. Pisces. Mars forms a square to Neptune today, dear Pisces, and there can be some inconsistencies or misunderstandings occurring now. There can be trouble staying focused. You may need to temporarily let go of an idea or back off from a problem so that you can understand it better. You are not inclined to be extraordinarily practical now, but it's a good time to decompress. Productivity may be low otherwise, as a desire for ease and pleasure might be more potent than usual and can interfere with work. Watch for overindulgence. What's likely to be at the heart of discontent is a need to change pace. Your desires can be unusual or otherwise difficult to fulfill. It can be challenging to know what your next move should be, so if you can, take extra time for yourself if going with the flow is not comfortable. New business ventures may look better right now than they actually are. Watch for doing all the work and others grabbing the credit.